We're back in the shed and we're going to do some work on the whistle, keep working on this whistle, get it finished off. So we're getting so close to finishing off. We've got it back together, we've done the hex, I've made up the new pin, got a hole in it. We've got this goes on here, this is the valve that does all the work. Now there's a lot of play there still. I'm not quite happy with that, so I'll probably end up pushing that out, making a new one and putting it in. Okay, so we're up close and personal now. This nut here, which goes in the end, screws on there like so. It's been butchered. It still works, but we've done this much work on it. We'll clean this up and get it back on. The problem we're facing is that this thread here is a non-standard thread. It's about 14 TPI. I've got the thread gauges here, 14 TPI, and it has an overall diameter of 23 millimeters. In terms of imperial, that it doesn't stand out to be a standard size, so 7/8 would be 22.22. This is an odd size, so I'll just get a bit of scrap and cut an internal thread so I can sit this in and hold it in the dividing at the rotary table here to get the hex beautifully machined. In the scrap drawer we found this bit of steel that I have previously used for another job. It's been bored out, or at least most of the way, and it'll make the ideal piece for holding it in the lathe and machining and so on like that. So that's going to go like that. So we'll give this a clean up on the linisher. With our gloves on, we'll fire up the linisher and give this a clean up. Yep, that's what happens. Sometimes they just fall out. Right, our part's now cleaned up. We'll be able to hold it in the lathe and do the internal threading. As you can see, the wind is picking up, the birds are flying around, we're getting a few light spits. If we look further over towards this area here, it is rapidly changing. It's completely different now to what it was. We may get something out of it, we may not. We'll see what happens, and I might have to shut up the shed and wait till it blows over. But in the meantime, we'll keep going, and it is cooling down. Righto, we're back on the lathe now, we're all cleaned up. We're going to take we've got the boring bar in, we're going to take a light facing cut off here, and then we're going to bore this out to 21 mil, because that's the size I worked out for this. That's about 19.8, so we'll just go a little bit more and get that to a round figure, and we'll take it up. We've only got another 1 point bit to go. Decided to go in a little bit deeper, so we've got plenty of room for when we do the threading, internal threading. Righto, we're right on 21 millimeters there. That's perfect. With our bore out to final size, it's now to change tools. We're going to put this internal threading bar in. It's way smaller than the one you see on screen. So we'll take that out, we'll put that up top here beside the other one. Put this one in, and we're going to have to set the height. And make sure we got plenty of stick out. And I might actually have to, I'll ruler trick. And we can already see that we're yep, too low. I don't think there's enough adjustment in there, that's for sure. Well, maybe there might be. Right, let's raise that up. Let's get our ruler back here. Well, it's actually too high now. So we do have enough adjustment. Once again, I've showed this technique before. You just adjust the Right, we're using the ruler, we adjust the centre height of the tool. So that way it's too high, that way it's too low. So we're just about spot on now. Do up the locking nut. Issue I'm having is the threads per inch. The lead screw is 4mm, so I'm limited to what I can do. If we go down here, I actually need 14 TPI, but we don't have that. We've either got 12 or 15, and that just doesn't work. However, we can divide the old 14 TPI by 25.4, and we get 1.8. And we've got 1.8 there, which is the closest. And for this job, it will be, that'll do. That'll work for us. So I've got to change over the gears. We've got to go 30 on the little one up top on A, 120 for in the middle, and B is 40 TPI. I think at the moment I've got 2 of the 40s in the top, so we're going to open this up. We'll isolate the lathe. As soon as I take this cover off, it kicks in the isolator anyway. We undo these 2 thumb screws, rather large thumb screws at that. That's them there. The rain, we didn't get much of the storm. We got a little bit of thunder, no lightning, and it passed through pretty quick and just dampened things down a bit. Okay. Set that aside. Bottom one's 40, that's 40, and that's 120. Right, so it's this one here I have to change. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this gear off here and replace it with the 30 tooth one here. We're going to undo this so we can drop that out of the way, just like so. And and of course we drop the key. Right, let's go looking for a key. That was handy. Okay, well sometimes you have a win. I did lose the key out of here. That was my fault. It's gone walkabout somewhere on the floor. But I went searching in the cupboard and we've found some 5mm by 5mm key steel. And this will be perfect to make a new key to fit in here. So happy days, let's do that. Well, we might as well watch me cut a bit of key steel, 10mm by 10mm, 5 by 5 I mean. And I think my blade's bent. But we'll make it work. There we go. Oh, almost lost another one. It's just gone under the whistle here. Oh, bugger. God, that's hot. Lucky we can edit those things out or put them at the end. With our new key in place, I can now put the smaller 30 tooth gear on so we can get that magic. Oh, come on. You slid on there before. Let's give that a little tap. Come to the overhead shot there, get into focus. All right, you slid on before, but you won't now. Okay, here we come. And we'll get that into place, and we want a little bit of play there. And we'll just check that as we tighten it up. We've got the 30 teeth. It's meshing with the one on the inside, which is 120, and that's 40 tooth on the 127. I just got to double check those. You can't see that. There it is down the bottom. I think I may have to move that onto the 120, as you can see here. So after a bit of double checking, we can see that the A has to be 30, which we just changed over. It has to be on the 120. and B, which is the 40 tooth, also has to be on the 120 gear. So we'll have to change where it is so we can get that 1.8. That's what we're chasing, 1.8 pitch. So I'll have to move this one here over to there. Pretty simple job. Okay, so we're going to undo that nut, seeing everything's engaged. We'll undo that. That's pretty loose, actually. Take that nut off. Undo this again. And just give us a bit of slack. And that'll slide off nicely. I shouldn't have to release that at all. I'll just get the screwdriver in and bring that around and make sure I didn't do the same as last time and drop the key. I will have to adjust that actually. Righto, there's the key. It's only a tiny little thing. So let's take that out. With everything back in place, cover on, all that sort of good stuff, we're going to do our selection. So we need to do, we want 1.8, so that's B, D. The lever, so we want B, and we want this one here into D, and we want 3, we want that one there, 3, and we want U, which we're in. There we are. And that should give us you can see the lead screw going around, and that should give us the desired 1.8 pitch. Let's give it a go. So what we've done here is a scratch past, and this is 14 TPI, and that's lining up nicely, and we'll just switch over to 1.8. Now I don't have 1.8 on my thread pitch gauges, but I have 1.75, and that's near as damn it. For what we're going to do, that'll be perfect. Well, after all that mucking around and setting up, we're finally good to go, and we're just going to do a scratch past. Actually, no, I'll take a very small cut and see how it goes. There we go, everything's looking good. Done a bit of a scratch past. This is going to take a lot, so won't record the whole thing, we'll just come in and out from time to time. G'day and welcome back to the channel. It's Monday night here in the shed, and I can tell you it's bloody hot. So we've got on and got this sorted. So this is going to be held in the dividing head, rotary table, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get this cleaned up here. We're going to go all out on this whistle valve repair. Right now in my part of the world, I'll just show you here, it's 30 degrees, almost, well it's 31, almost 32 degrees, and it's like 8 o'clock at night, and you can see the rest of the temperatures of the around the country. Hobart, down south, 7, Adelaide, Melbourne, 10 degrees, yeah, that's typical. Anyway, it's bloody hot here. Got my mate Cody there, he's playing his game, doing his Monday night live stream. G'day Cody. And we're going to be setting up on the milling machine here. And this is where this thing's going to be going in. So we've got to pull the table down, or I might just put it on the end here and go over. That'll do.